This is the worst episode so far because welcome to the what's it called? Fezzicus.
Fucking extreme
Album
awesome
exchange.
Oh, you remember? No, you
No, I
you're
didn't.
not.
Nah.
You're not supposed. You're not supposed to talk yet. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta take.
Welcome to the album. Shut up!
Hey, fuck you!
Shut the fuck up!
No!
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
about to get tinnitus after this. Just watch.
Welcome to the album exchange with Teams podcast, with hosted by Fezzicus and Tomas. Podcast copyright for listening to Earbuds copyright part 3, I think.
Trademark,
Yeah, it's
trademark.
part 3. I'm surprised that we even got to an episode 3 and that we already have world famous guest on. Please introduce yourself.
Ayo, I am Samson, or what I like to call myself, Sammy Boy. I hope y'all doing good.
Hello, Sammy.
His name is Sam. Can you tell us about yourself?
I like music. Yeah,
What's your favorite artist, Sammy?
I don't have one, but I guess like CDs of Eve. I'm not gonna go into him as of yet, but yeah, CDs of Eve as of right now, I could say.
That's super cool. Well, the theme of the week is trippy albums. You know, when you're smoking weed and eating mushrooms with Fezzicus, and when
Yeah,
Well,
and you
dressed
start
up like
seeing
an alien.
aliens everywhere.
it,
You know,
it,
the
it wasn't an
aliens are
alien, it
real.
was me.
Goblins are real and aliens are real.
Goblins are real, I'll give you that, but aliens aren't real because it was me sitting next to you, okay?
You were there, but you were there. You saw the alien.
I didn't saw the alien. I didn't have a mirror because I was the alien in your point of view.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
The onion. I heard an onion.
Onion.
Onion. Like Shrek, the movie.
Shrek the onion.
Shrek the movie onion.
Onion.
This is our worst episode yet because Fezzicus woke up 20 minutes ago. I had a long day and Sammy also had a long day. So if it's
we're all
not as
tired. Very tired.
if it's not as interesting as usual, if it was ever tired, fuck. This is what I mean. I can't even make jokes. If it isn't interesting like the older episodes, if you even thought they were interesting, this is gonna be our least interesting episode yet.
I'd like to apologize in advance.
I think
For-
you should leave. You can't do that stuff, dude.
It wasn't on purpose, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Hey guys, which album do you want to start with?
let's do one of Fez's ones. What was it? Butthole Surfers?
Oh yeah.
Well,
so first album of the episode that we will be talking about. But
I'll repeat. The theme of the episode is trippy albums about tripping balls and going nuts.
yeah, we're gonna go fucking nuts with Locust Abortion Technician.
Classic album by the Butthole Surfers.
Fuck yeah.
Tell us about the album.
So,
Fez.
Locust Abortion Technician by the Butthole Surfers is, it's like, it's a noise rock, kind of, I say kinda noise rock, cause, it's fucking crazy. Crazier than any noise rock I've ever heard. It's, by a funny Texas band called the Butthole Surfers. And it's, sounds fucking crazy.
Why is it crazy exactly?
Why? Because that song's fucking weird. The creative, you got tons of tape loops, you got cunts,
Yeah.
got going
Yeah.
Lots of drugs were involved. Lots of drugs.
I know a little bit
surprised.
know a little bit about this album, and I know they were all fucking high all the time, and yeah, they were just doing random shit. Well, like you said, tape loops, taking random Taiwanese songs that sound like guns and looping it over and over again.
I feel like the album was very interesting for sure, and I definitely I just always thought about this Heat, the band from the 70s. Y'all already know that, I'm sure, but or 80s, one of the two. Was like a more comedic direction as opposed to just a weird and like artsy, if that's like even the correct term. Wait for it. I don't know. It's very interesting though. I will say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Butthole Surfers did like get a lot of influence from this Heat. Like you can see a lot of it, especially on like the tracks that like both of them use tape loops a lot, which have like that very specific sound they go for. Like they also Sweat Loaf, first track of the album, is also like a Black Sabbath cover, kind of.
If you even can call it cover, they made the song their own. It's just.
It's better.
Unironically, it's way better, especially because of the intro.
Oh yeah, it samples Orbital, the electronic artist.
Yeah.
Duo. Yeah, I thought it was because I always thought it was them the whole time, right? Before I actually listened to this album, I was watching videos on them, and then the intro was like, it was cool as shit. If I'm being honest, but it's like, I always thought it was the main like what's the word again? The front man who was singing.
Yeah.
He's sick though.
I think the opener just sets the mood for the whole album. Just weird shit.
Yeah, crazy
yeah.
shit.
And I mean, the Butthole Surfers have released crazier albums, I think, but
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly.
I'm not that deep into them. I've just heard bits and pieces over the years.
Wasn't there like a popular song they made that was on the radio? I don't.
Who the hell was in my room
right?
last night?
There was Pepper and fucking that one from the self-titled, not the self-titled. I'm way off. Fucking
Worm Saloon.
Yeah, Independent Worm Saloon. That was in Guitario too. Fucking who was in my room?
Where I was in my room last night. Who the hell was in my room?
They like what interests
I feel
me
like
about
beats about that, like that.
What interests me about the album is like I know like it's 32 minutes, but it feels like something that would probably go on for long periods of time, go for an hour 30 even. I don't know why. That's like one of the main things that I kind of saw. Was like I thought this album would have been around 50 or so minutes at least.
Oh yeah, I used to think it was a really short time for a long time. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was way too short for it sounding good. It is. I wish there was more.
Yeah, I just think there's definitely a lot more stuff they could have added, a lot more weird like ideas that they've had in the back of their mind, but it's like, nah, I think this is good. They could have had like, I forgot the name of the album. I didn't listen to it, but it was one experimental album where one of the songs was like Rocket Morton, like repeating for like 7-8 minutes. It was weird.
Oh shit.
A sucked orange. Yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the album's name. I don't know the artist's name, but yeah, for sure.
My favorite song on the album is Human Cannonball because that's the song that comes the most close to being an actual song. But I love the whole album. Like,
yeah, I think Human Cannonball is like their most popular song from like this album too.
Yeah. I also how fucked up it may sound. I like 22 going on 23, even though that's like women like talking about sexual assault. I just think that song is really, it fits perfectly with the whole album.
That song has also got like a really interesting story.
Tell me.
So like I don't remember where I got this. Probably like when I was looking up information on the Butthole Surfers like 5,000 years ago, but basically 22 and going on 23 was someone heard a radio interview of a girl who said she was 22 going on 23, talking about sexual assault, blah blah blah, and it was like very like I'm not sure what you would call it, sort of it's sort of like the same thing as like the Uncanny Valley, where it's like something slightly off.
Yeah.
Because 22 and going on 23, so there's something off. You know, like for
Yeah.
one, she speaks like a very elderly woman. She sounds like an elderly woman. Um, and I don't remember if they like did some like if they recorded it at that point or and like put it on the album, or if it was like redone in like the same fashion, taking some random woman off the street, getting them to talk about getting raped when they were 22, going on 23.
I want to talk about getting raped from my album.
Yeah,
Please don't mind the blow in my room.
22 going on 23 is it's my favorite track, but at the same time I can't see myself coming back to it all that much, mainly because of the radio recording, because the instrumental is so good. It's like it has this guitar riff that I could say it's like almost Boris like, but it's not that heavy at the same time, in my personal opinion, and I like it so much. But it's like hearing like what the woman has went through is like the main thing, where it's like, yeah, I just don't know, to be honest, but
Yeah,
I guess that's about
that's something you
The
can
album-
play for your dad.
I think the album is. I think the album is a little bit sludgy for the time. Like you mentioned Boris, and I think a lot of the songs, especially Graveyard, like the first Graveyard, is really sludgy in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of agree. I want to validate your point. So,
Yeah, another
87, like that's fucking crazy. Like this is right when
Yeah.
Melvins were coming out.
yeah.
yeah, and another thing I want to mention is I've heard, or from what I remember, I've heard a lot of comparisons when it came to Ween, but it was more so on like what's the word, like the content or the stuff that they would do as opposed to the actual sound. I'm not saying that Ween has one sound, because God knows that they like go for like different genres, from like rock, trip hop, noise, etc., etc. But this album in sound definitely does not sound like Ween in the slightest, and it has a lot less variety than what I could say compared to like Pure Guava from Ween, compared
Amazing
to
album.
Quebec. Exactly.
I remember when I first heard Godween Satan, the first connection I ever made was, wow, this kind of sounds like the Butthole Surfers. Like maybe not this album, more so like their the very early stuff when they were still like basically punk.
Mm-hmm.
But like I can definitely see the Ween Butthole Surfers comparison.
So
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of this album. I know Fezzicus is. I don't know what I tried to say. Never mind.
Yeah, that compares. That was the first album I was thinking of as well, God Means Satan. But of course, there's a lot less like of the tape looping. Of course, there's like no tape loop, but it's great. This is coming from someone who hasn't heard early Ween or early Butthole Surfers. But God Means Satan was like the only album I could have think of when listening to Locust Abortion Technician. I cannot pronounce that name right.
Locust Abortion Technician?
Yes.
Fucking
but,
idiots!
but overall, I am really interested in like checking out more Butthole Surfers. The Independent Worm Saloon, I want to check that out. But
That's my favorite one, because that's the one that comes closest to being an actual album. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like nowadays, right? I would usually like listen to albums that were close to or over an hour, but nowadays I'm just like, I don't really feel like it, right? But I do want to get into more long albums, so I plan on listening to like more Boris and like and Melvins, not to mention. I do want to listen to Melvins soon. So
They're coming out with a new album, and based on the singles, it's gonna be a good album.
It's gonna be good or bad.
Well, I
No in between.
I like the first single from that album, "The Working the Ditch," but the second song, like, what was
I don't remember anymore. Wait, let me check.
let me look it up. It's called "Allergic to Food." Yeah, I didn't really like that one, but I'm excited for the album.
yeah. Also, Cunts is a very interesting. I found I think I did find the sample. I don't remember it, but it is a very, I guess, comedic song. From a standpoint, it's like, yeah, funny because they sound like they're saying cunts, and they just put Dilly on it. It's like, it's funny, I guess. I don't know.
It's a good song, though. It's a really good song.
Isn't the original song like from Taiwan or Thailand or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I gotta say about this album, though.
Yeah, I think what album should we do next? I think we should get 666 by Aphrodite's Child out of the way.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
shit's fucking massive.
I have a lot to say about this album, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick history lesson. All you guys listening. Do you know Vangelis by any chance?
I did research while listening to the album, and his name did pop up multiple times, but I don't really know all that much about him.
Before Vangelis made like his weird movie soundtracks and fucking Blade Runner soundtrack, he was in this band called Aphrodite's Child, and it started out as like a few Greek guys who moved to France and started being like a Procol Harum rip-off band. And they released two really successful albums, but behind the scenes, Vangelis was trying to do more experimental stuff, doing more stupid stuff. I call it stupid because I don't really... I like it, but I also don't like it sometimes. But he had been working on this album for a few years. The other members weren't that involved, like the singer Demis Roussos was also huge in Europe for some reason as a solo artist. He only sang on a few songs, but yeah, it's and the label didn't want to put out the album because it was like weird shit. But eventually, 2 years later, when the band had already broken up, they released this album, and it's become one of the most infamous prog rock albums. And it's super trippy. It's just, I don't know what's going on most of the time. There's this like concept about a theater performing the revelation from the Bible, but also the revelation from the Bible going on, and those two stories blend together. But I've listened to the album multiple times, but I don't get. I just don't get the concept. I just think it's bullshit Vangelis made up.
I didn't even know
just
there
to
was
sound
a
interesting.
concept.
Oh, there was like
it was like with like religious stuff going on into it, etc. So
conception and production. The central concept. This is from Wikipedia. The central concept is cultural interpretation of the Book of Revelation, in which a circus show based on the apocalypse performs for an audience at the same time that the real apocalypse takes place outside the circus tent, and at the end they merge into one. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, there were a lot of concept albums around the time that made sense, but this just didn't make any sense. It was just fucking weird. The music was weird. Like really psychedelic weird stuff. And yeah.
It really was. First off, I don't listen to that much prog rock, right? And
this is not a good start, by the way.
it really, exactly, right? I've listened to like already very popular prog rock, but like listening to 666, it was like, this sounds way different than Dark Side of the Moon or Red by King Crimson, etc., etc. It was like, and I didn't even know there was concept behind it, so I was like, and oh my gosh, I can't talk, but a lot of the songs are weird, like what you said. I think one of the songs was with a female vocalist who was saying, "I was, I am, I come, I was," and like multiple times.
She's just moaning for 5-6 minutes.
So it reminded me of two things. One was from a free jazz album by the name of Black Woman by Sonny Sharrock. And the second thing was the thing I was I remembered when listening to Black Woman, and it was like this one Twitter meme where it's like I just got my a with ice for the first time, and I was like, "How was it?" The woman was like, "Oh, it was good or wonderful," and then the man was like, "I know he had you screaming," and I was like, "Oh no, I need to." Hey, I hope
doesn't
someone
make any
reminds me to, like.
This doesn't make any sense what he's saying.
I know.
Like
Listen. I'll send it. I'll send it, and I hope y'all could like get what I'm saying. But besides that, it's a very weird but also very cool album in both concept, production, and I love the last track because the last track did what like very like experimental stuff would happen back then and what would happen kind of later where people were to resample their own songs and kind of have this like like Williams Mix by John Cage kind of did like this field recordings thing and he would like micro chop and clipping the noise hip hop trio. I don't know why I said griot. Don't focus on that. They would like they did a tribute to John Cage on their self-titled also called Williams Mix where they would just resample songs and just micro sample. So it's sick.
That's awesome.
I like it. Like.
We'll get into sampling later because there's another album on the list.
Yeah.
And I also want to warn people, there's also like a 19-minute jam song on the album called All the Seats Were Occupied. So just know what you're getting into. It's just a really weird concept album, I think.
Yeah, you might think that the Four Horsemen like sounds good at first, but you know,
you might listen to
crazier than
you might listen to Eccojams Volume 1 and think, oh, that's a cool song, and then you check out the whole album and just go, what the fuck?
I was gonna bring that up. How dare you? I was gonna bring that up at the but yeah, we're gonna get more into detail later anyway. So yeah, it's sick. Yeah. It's cool.
Fezzicus, you haven't said anything about the album yet. Is there anything you want to say?
Dog, the show's fucking crazy. Like, dude, I've listened to like I I wouldn't call myself like a prog rock expert, but I've listened to my fair share of prog. You know, I like fucking Yes and Soft Machine and all that shit. But like,
oh yeah,
this album is like otherworldly. There've been plenty of albums that I've heard in prog that I would consider like crazy as shit. Not off the top of my head, but you know, there probably could be some. Maybe like Saw Machine 3. I thought that was pretty crazy. Or maybe the first one. I don't remember anymore. But like, holy fucking shit, dude! This album is bazoinkers. It is absolutely boinkers.
It is. It's weird. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
I really like Do It. It would be like some weird like jammy shit. I wouldn't call it jam, but like, dude, all that shit and then pauses. Do it.
Yeah, that was the last track. The last track that was like, do it. It was like, it's almost like this jump scare sort of moment. It was like, it's not that loud to be like.
It was like, it was like that one song by Machine Girl where it's just like a really unenthusiastic, yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, I know it's off Wolf Girl. Oh my
God.
Oh my gosh, bro. Wolf Girl's great too.
I've been stalking Fezzicus' Radio Music page and I just saw he listened to that album recently.
Yeah, I listened to it once like a month ago and never finished it. And I listened to it again and I thought, oh, this is pretty good. Okay.
Just to close with the 6. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not gonna look for it. No, my bad. I was trying to look for it, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna look for it anymore actually. But
okay. Yeah. Just to close this segment, I've heard a lot of weird music, like weird free jazz stuff, avant-garde jazz stuff. But this is like one of the weirdest what the fuck albums I've heard ever. And it surprised me that the Four Horsemen, even though it's like the most safe song on the album, it was a little hit in Europe. So
yeah, that's what really surprised me.
Wait,
like, how the fuck do you get a hit on this album?
Oh, but that's actually a good song. You should go just for fun. You should go back to the first 2 albums, listen to like the hits from there, and it just sounds completely different.
Hey, what was the free jazz thing you're talking. I missed it. I'm so sorry.
I've heard some free jazz stuff. I've heard some avant-garde jazz stuff. I've heard some weird stuff over the years, but this is one of the most what the fuck albums. And if you want a memorable trip, just eat some shrooms and listen to this album.
Yeah, the beast. Yeah, you're gonna see the beast. She's big. She's bad. She's wicked. She's mad.
Oh yes, I remembered it.
Free jazz is definitely a genre worth talking about when it comes to the trippy or psychedelic side of things, especially with like the Olatunji concert by John Coltrane, or a underrated or more underground one, Don Cherry's self-titled, or what it used to be known as Brown Rice. That's more avant-garde jazz than it is free, but you get what I'm saying.
I have really bad experience with avant-garde jazz, and that's basically because my favorite band is still Sparks, and I went to a concert last year, and we walked out of the concert hall, and there was this free jazz band playing really loud, and I was just thinking, oh my fucking god, I don't want to hear this weird shit right now. I just got out of this really nice environment of these two old guys just doing their thing, and then I have to turn hear like...
I also have a really bad experience with free jazz.
Like,
I listened to a 20-hour fucking free jazz album. That shit was not fun.
Are you serious?
He told me you did it over the span of like multiple days.
Yeah, at Omni by Skin Tension. It's like, it's not really free jazz, but it's definitely got like
free improv.
Yeah, definitely free improv, and it's like, first few tracks, you can definitely tell where the that jazz influence went, and holy fucking shit, dude, that album is exhausting.
Yeah, I've been actually listening to a lot of free jazz. Not free jazz, but like jazz recently. And when it came, I was kind of questioning myself on whether or not I like free jazz, and I came to the conclusions that I may not like it at points, or I will like it, but either way, I still have a very deep appreciation to free jazz when it comes to like black experimental artists, which when I start making more videos, I need to make a video on black experimental artists, because it's a topic that I think not a lot of people...
It's really overlooked by a lot of the white, or especially the German people.
Yeah,
and I think that's sad because you guys are way better at it than we.
And we take all the credit for some reason.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
We pray for you. We envy you, Sam.
Thank you so much. But it's like, not to say, oh, white experimental artists, it's so bad. Listen to Death Grips clipping. Oh my goodness, you're listening to...
Hello, I listen to Death Grips.
Exactly, right? But it's like...
You want to fuck me now?
Like, we have, like, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, John Coltrane was inspired by why am I saying Don Cherry? Ornette Coleman, because he made free jazz, which was an actual album which pushed boundaries of jazz. And, everyone knows free jazz. There's like no rhythm section, no melody or anything like that, right?
I really want to get into jazz besides like the jazz funk stuff I listen to, and a few Miles Davis and Dave Brubeck records I've heard.
Yeah, but we have like and like later we have experimental hip hop. We got Dialect, who made From Filthy Tongue of Gods and Griots.
Shout out to Dialect. They always respond to my Instagram comments, so they're awesome.
Oh, that's sick.
That's awesome.
I don't think I could name a lot of like old experimental hip hop albums from that, but like more modern ones, right? We have Backwash, who's a transgender black experimental hip hop artist. We have, of course, Clipping, Death Grips, Injury Reserve, who now goes by Storm, rest in peace, Grogs, and just a lot of other like black experiment. And I love it. I love it. Cities of Eve, Mike, etc., etc. I could go on. I could make a whole 5-page document kind of talking about people of color in like experimental music. So yeah,
on
that's
the
all I guess.
topic of black people and experimental artists, I think Deltron 3030 could fit in that category.
That's
Oh
that
yeah,
album.
that's that.
Hip hop really grew off me, but when I heard that album like a few weeks ago, I thought it was amazing. It was really fun.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And Deltron 3030 is great. I don't listen to it a lot, and the same goes for another similar concept album of like a person pretending to be this like other Cool Keith, or in this case Dr. Octagon with Dr. Octagon Colleges.
Oh, I haven't heard that in years. That's a good album.
I haven't ever heard that.
It's I feel like that might be up your alley because it has like some bizarre like stuff going on, if I'm being honest, but it's very interesting.
Also, before we go to the next album, I just want to say my favorite track on the 666 album is Loud, Loud, Loud. I just think that's a beautiful song with the whole choir.
Mm-hmm.
What album should we do next? I think we should do one of Sam's albums.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. This is by far. I was gonna leave this for the last one, but I think it's better saying it now than it is later. But by far one of my favorites, if not my favorite album, not only in vaporwave but period. That's Dynamic Shroud. I'll Try Living Like This. It's a sample heavy, just like other vaporwave, right? Album that has a lot of chops, very bizarre and absurd like stuff going on, very glitchy, having a lot more mainstream samples as well, which isn't that well, it is common in vaporwave, but it's like as opposed to sampling stuff from the 80s or 90s, it did sample more contemporary modern music like Drake.
No way.
There was a fucking Drake sample in there?
There's more than one Drake sample in there.
I never caught any of that.
I have to be really. I can't really talk about this album because I just listened to it in the background and didn't pay any attention because I was doing some other stuff. So
Yeah,
I just thought the vibe was cool. So just go.
Yeah. So I'll Try Live Like This is without a doubt one of the more essential or one of the must listen to albums in vaporwave, because just like other vaporwave albums that would come out, or not just even vaporwave albums alone, but mainly in Dynamic Shroud's discography, they would always try to push boundaries, having weird stuff going on in it, right? But so I'm trying to think of something cute. Oh, I can't think.
The vocals sound like Animal Crossing characters speaking.
Yeah, I actually they did actually sample Animal Crossing. If I remember correctly.
Did they actually?
Yeah, I think. Wait, Loving is Easy, if I remember correctly. It was like Hatsune Miku, unless it was Hatsune Miku stuff. If I could be wrong. It's been a while. But correct me if I'm wrong. So like Wikipedia or something, I don't know. But it's by far like one of my favorite albums of all time. It's atmospheric, and it just feels like heartbreak or trying to look away from a relationship you've been in the past. God knows how much days, months, years, and trying to get over it, right? Or even better, where it's like you and your significant other trying to fix this relationship only for it to crumble at the end and be like, just say your farewell. It's so good, and I can't recommend anyone who's watching this, I can't recommend you enough to listen to it. It was my introduction to vaporwave. It was my introduction to Dynamic Shroud. Earlier in their discography, they would have more simple but yet still great music, and of course later they would of course have a lot more like otherworldly like stuff, like Transcendent Spot from 2022, heavy Black Heart, we have Dark Life, etc, etc. I'm not gonna go all over the place. They have 58 or more, like they release albums monthly. And they have around like over 50 albums, so I haven't listened to a lot of them. I've listened to around like 14. I could be wrong. Correct me. Just like put the actual number. I'll type it in when I count. But yeah, they're great. That's all I can say. They're amazing.
I also like really like the album personally. I can't really like give too many standouts because like I still need to give the album multiple like proper listens, and I've only listened to it like a couple of times.
You said there was some like this heat you made it like a comparison to this heat, if I remember correctly, the first time I gave you it.
Oh yeah,
Or
you're
just
right.
some-
Yeah, there's a like I it just felt like a lot like this heat with just like the way everything is like sort of I wouldn't call it messy because it's all very well done. It's very tight, but like sort of very chopped and screwed. Like there's some very like chopped and screwed elements in there, and it just sort of reminded me a lot of this heat. Anything can remind you of this heat though. It was either there's also like either track 4 or track 5 that I remember the vocals that, like I said, sounded like Animal Crossing like characters.
Yeah. I think it's Loving Is Easy, which is the second track.
Oh, it was a
If
second
I remember
track.
correctly.
Wait, that might
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, it was that one, but there was also I think it was this one. Hold on.
You gotta put the names up. Shout out Laser Shark T.
Yeah,
For
shout out
editing
Laser
video.
Shark T for
I
editing
love
this.
it.
Laser Shark T. Do me a favor. Add a random image of Fezzicus and add him like sticking his tongue out. That one I get.
Edit a hot dog into his mouth. Edit a hot dog into his mouth.
Now.
Yeah, I couldn't find.
I
couldn't find what track it was, but it was basically they would remove like every like first and last syllable, and then have everything just like sort of jumping around, and I thought that was really fucking cool.
It was. Also, I've listened to 18 of their albums. That
How
it was
many
18.
How many are there?
There's like over 50.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, over. Okay,
I thought I was
The thing is,
interested
like-
with listening to all.
okay.
stuff by all
You gotta
of
put.
us.
Okay, listen, right? The reason why this is easy because it's not one person. It's a whole trio. It's James Webster, Tech Honors, and Keith Rankin, right?
James Webster. I've
And-
heard that name before.
Yeah, Yeah, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't talk.
You're doing
Wait.
better than us.
For this album had both James and Tech. Around this time, Keith did not have a solo album up until 2017, where he released Heavy Black Heart. Well, solo album in the case of Destiny Shroud, not his actual solo stuff. But yeah, I'm a nerd. I know.
Don't worry, we all are.
Well, the one question I have is: can this album fight the beast? I'm not funny.
That was hilarious. Good one, Thomas.
It's the thought that counts.
It's a thought.
All right,
Exactly.
but you got anything to say about it, Thomas?
I like the vibe of it. I listened to it like while biking to my friend's house today, and I thought it was cool.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a lot to say. I need to give it a listen soon.
I think like one thing I would like to mention is that this also was my introduction to vaporwave. You know, Sammy. You know, he told me about the album one day, and I thought, holy shit, this is a really good album. And then
Yeah, and
I
may or
really
may
wanna
not
get-
have subconsciously like not listened to it again. I thought it was really good, and I wanted to re-listen to it, but like
yeah, that happens to like even me. I have trouble like coming back to a lot of albums. Even like I said around the time I listened to Quebec by Ween, I was like, I'm gonna listen to this again, and never listened to it ever since.
yeah,
What a
this-
shame.
I
That's a
think,
beautiful album.
but like
Yeah,
it was just like sort of like a hard album for me to come back to, I guess, because it's like it's very like different for me. Like I'm not familiar with vaporwave. I'm not that familiar with Plunderphonics that much. Like I listen to like Negative Land and all that. But like that's still like kind of hard for me to go to.
I haven't actually listened to that, but out of all albums, I was not expecting you to say Negative Land. I've heard of it, but it's like, damn.
That's the only Plunderphonics band that I like actually know of, though. Like, this is one other like artist that certain someone Thomas knows what I'm talking about. Tried telling me about. I don't remember who it was, but I remember that album being like genuinely bad.
Damn.
Wait, what?
Thomas, what did you do?
No, it wasn't Thomas. It was
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
No, it was Thomas might know who I'm talking about. You the guy who likes his bitches for weeks.
Oh yeah, we can't say his name.
Wait, that's the person, or is that the album you're talking about?
That's the person.
Yeah, it's the person who told me about the album.
Because I thought you were talking about an album, and with that I was thinking of Cease and Desist by Blarf, who's Eric Andre, by the way. That's like literally Eric Andre's Phonics album.
Wait, I was a bit zoning out. What is the man who likes his bitches fat? What album was it again?
Oh, I don't remember what album it was. I just remember him giving me a really dog shit Plunderphonics album once.
Oh, he just gives out shit recommendations like all the time. So
oh boy.
I hope he's rotting in hell.
Yeah, with his
I'm here recommending like Fez and Thomas like stuff, but I really need to like get into, because I've been really wanting to get into the stuff you listen to, Fez, especially like Melvin's Melvin's Black Flag, More Unwound, etc. etc. You already know, but
I want to get into the stuff Sammy listens to.
Say it again.
I just want to listen to the stuff you are into because it sounds really cool. Like sometimes I see you talking about it somewhere, someplace, and I think, oh, this sounds cool. I need to get into this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start stalking your music and listening to all your 5s and 4.5s and 4s,
and all your 3s, and 6, and
I don't even
all 604s.
I don't even think I have that much like low rated projects. I have like 3 I know. One of them's Caught by Swans. Yes, I know Fez loves Caught. But but there's that. There's Ice Spice's EP Like from last year, and there's Bodyguard's Rain EP for James Ferraro, if y'all know. But that's besides the point. This album is godlike. This album is great, and it's when it comes to like it's a good introduction to vaporwave, but from jumping to that to, let's say, an album by Telepath is like black and white, because there's so much subgenres under vaporwave as well. There's Eccojams, we'll get to that in a bit. Slush wave, dream punk, hard vapor.
Is chillwave also like a subgenre or?
That's the thing. I don't know. I kept on like doing research on it, but I myself don't even know. But some people count it.
Most of the vaporwave I've heard is like that are.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time before this POV vaporwave.
Yeah. Spotify, get on that please don't get on that shit.
Get on that shit, Spotify.
Don't ruin vaporwave like you did with funk. Don't ruin funk.
Oh,
like,
future funk. That's
broken transmission. I love the old funk stuff. But I think we should get to the next album. What album did you choose?
We should.
What's the other album you chose, Fezzicus?
I want to say it for you. Go. I'm so sorry.
The next album that I have chosen was Junkyard by the Birthday Party.
Yeah.
This is the second time. This is the second time Nick Cave has come up on the show, because Nick Cave is also in this weird ass post-punk band.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I don't even remember. I didn't even remember that. That's interesting. I don't listen to Nick Cave, by the way. I know y'all had a Nick Cave album for the first episode.
I love Nick Cave. I love his music so much.
I did plan on getting to him, but I have yet to do so. But I did not know that.
I'm so hyped. I'm gonna see him in like September, and I'm really hyped.
Hell yeah! Good luck, Nick.
Hey, Fezzicus, do you want to say anything about the album? Talk about the album.
Oh
This is your
boy.
album.
Oh boy. It was a tough pick for this album, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was between this and White Zombie's first album, Soul Crusher. This one this one took the choice, cuz holy fucking shit, this album is fucking crazy. It is like, Birthday Party, they were formed in 1977. They were originally called the Boys Next Door. They were formed in Australia. One of the first, Australian bands, I believe. One of the only Australian bands. No fucking plays anything in Australia except for, Fetus and Birthday Party, Nick Cave, fucking...
Oh, wait, mate. No, wait, wait.
ACDC
no,
is also from
Crockett.
there.
I'm so sorry.
ACDC is from Australia, right?
Wait, who's from Australia? Nick Cave? Yeah. Wait, is...
ACDC.
Oh, yeah, AC/DC. Yeah, I completely forgot about them.
AC/DC? AC/DC's from Australia.
Oh, yeah.
No? Yeah.
That doesn't sit right with me, but no problem.
There's also Feed Time from Australia, but, one thing you're gonna notice immediately about Australia is that they're all fucking crazy. They're insane.
Yeah.
Birthday Party is what started everything, with that crazy Australian noise rock scene.
Yeah.
Originally they started off with Doors. I haven't listened to that. Then they went to the Birthday Party self-titled in 1980. It was very post-punk. It was very I would say it's like Bauhaus and Joy Division. That's probably a horrible comparison, but
that's a horrible comparison, dude.
It was still very
I just remember.
I did see.
Doesn't relate to the whole thing, but the Bee Gees are also from Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Bee Gees.
The beach. Oh. When you get time by the way I use my walk, I'm on.
Yeah, the guy who sounds like a little faggot. Yeah.
I saw the self-titled while searching up stuff about this album, by the way, and I saw the album cover. It's like, oh my gosh, that album cover is actually sick as hell.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that they replaced it completely with Hee Haw, which is the comp album for the reissue of the first album in the Boys Next Door EP called Hee Haw. But then by the time Prayers on Fire came out, they started to become just a little bit crazy, a little bit crazier. It was very different. It was so different, very very different. And then Junkyard. What the fuck? It's that shit is insane.
I love this.
Junkyard
when it opens up with why the fuck is it not showing up?
She's hits.
Junkyard opens up with Blast Off. I actually think that's a reissue track. It originally opened up with She's Hit, but it opens up with Blast Off. Wow, what an opener. It is and it sets up the tone for the album of being absolutely bonkers, crazy, fucking lots of drugs, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually not even sure, but there's probably lots of meth. This, I
think they were all hooked on heroin at the time, so yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then there's shit She's Hit, bringing everything down, and Dead Joe, and Kiss Me Black, bringing everything right back up. Dead Joe, I think, had a second appearance on the album.
Yeah, it has. No. That's a bonus track.
Oh, that was a bonus track? Oh, shit.
It ends with Junkyard. Fuck, Junkyard.
Wait.
Yeah, that's on Spotify, at least.
Oh, I didn't even know it was on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. There's I guess when it comes to reissues, they always gotta change up tracks. So Junkyard is the last track, besides the second version of Dead Joe and Release Spot. So
yeah, that's really disappointing because the only Birthday Party on Spotify right now is Hee Haw and 8182 Live.
Damn, it's region locked?
Oh yeah, it's
God.
region locked as shit. It's like it was like Agent
Wow.
Orange for like 5 years.
Whoever's region locking albums, we're coming for you.
Yeah,
that's the
custom
thing with
Dave.
Aphrodite's Child album. That's also region locked in Europe for some reason.
Yeah, I'm surprised because like, damn, it's region locked for you. It's not for me because like, there is a lot of albums that was or is region locked, like Cannibal Ox's The Cold Vein. I love that record. It's not in K-Man whatsoever.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. But I just think this album is great. I was only familiar with like Nick Cave stuff, and I thought that was already like his earlier stuff was already weird post-punk stuff, and I just love Nick Cave. But this is like a whole other level of weirdness. Like
It's like if Nick Cave had like Nick Cave's early stuff had a child with Feed Time. Except that's probably what the birthday party did, is just create like the formula for those two groups to exist.
Yeah. The album, I'm so sorry for this comparison, but I feel like someone has to mention it. I could have only thought about swans while listening to the album, if I'm being honest.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can hear it too. Like,
yeah,
Hey, Laser Shark T, put on the Swans cover by the like Asian Fantano guy.
Oh boy. Laser Shark T, can you like pull up another picture of Fez but with the mouth from Filth cover?
Yeah.
hey, can you pull up a picture of me and actually no, we don't have that picture anymore. We lost it.
Hey, pull up a picture of me staring at the camera and leave it for 5 seconds. Silence.
And then put a picture of songs about fucking Fezzicus on there. Classic album.
Yeah, and put a link to the songs about fucking Fezzicus Bandcamp page.
Yeah. Pull up a pic of Fez channels but with like 0 subscribers.
Yeah,
you mean his channel right now?
Pull up a picture of epicman_89.
But we're getting off topic. Like early like industrial swans. It's definitely less heavier. It's more adjacent to punk, of course, but like, or post punk, I should say. You know, but it's like so weird still. And I think there was a lyric that kind of talked about how, I stuck a knife in a woman's head or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember the lyrics, but it's a very interesting record to say the least. And also, my vocabulary is dog doodle butt cheeks.
I think
so.
All can
Don't
say
be
that.
surprised.
What? I just zoned out for a minute and I hear dog boo boo. What the fuck?
It's I can't go a single time without, let's say an album is like hard, gritty. I would usually almost every time say abrasive or something like that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great descriptor of the album.
Yeah, it's
so abrasive.
Hard. It's hard. I'm hard. No, I'm not.
I am.
Fez is hard. He's salivating right now. He's salivating, Doug.
Hold on, this is one image that I found the other day that was absolutely abhorrent. Fezzicus has image. Oh, that one's really racist. I'm not sending that one.
That will physically kill Sam.
You don't have to show it, but send it to me. Oh. Wow, that's a very interesting.
I hate this podcast,
bro. Wait, there's I saw the original where it's like, "Let me lick them toes" or something. Show them toes. Put them toes on camera.
I don't think we can do that.
Oh, yeah, we can. Don't. This isn't Don Schneider. No.
You sent me that on Snapchat. Yeah.
Here, that's insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my blank friend sent me that one. So like.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
That one's got the seal of approval.
You don't even have friends.
Is it Cockpit we're talking about?
I don't think it was Cockpit. I think it was a the one of the 2 black people from my school.
Shout out Cockpit though.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Cockpit,
black
if you're
people
seeing
at
this-
Fezzicus School.
Cockpit might be
expect
appearing in a
8
video
PM.
soon. Watch out.
Hell yeah. Cockpit, if you're seeing this, expect a message at September 21st, 9:53 a.m. Anyway, back to
Let's to talk about the album. I think it's just insane. There's like a lot of. It's just take post-punk and just inject those guys with more and more heroin. Maybe it's like that zombie
Yeah.
drug that was in the news like 10 years ago. And then ask them to record an album, and they're. Yeah, this is the result of it. It's great. Listen to it if you're a Nick Cave fan. I don't know why it took so long to listen to the birthday party as a Nick Cave fan. So
Like, you're fucking crazy. Like,
I'm crazy, dude.
like
I'm
I
gonna
thought you were real. Like, I thought you would have like loved the birthday party like long ago.
No, dude.
Like-
But yeah, I think
Everyone, get off your asses. Go to Soulseek, download the birthday party discography and the Boys
Just
Next
go-
Door album.
just go on Spotify, you fucking pleb.
Unless you're Canadian, and then
Unless you're-
listen to that shit start to finish.
Canadian. Imagine being Canadian. This episode is getting too long. We're already on an hour. I think we should just go to the next album.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember the next album. It was an album from you, Thomas.
It was the Meat Puppet self-titled album. And
that's-
the only way I can describe just get sitting.
we can't.
We're totally we're not stoned. We promise we're not stoned.
I know, but
I wish I was.
Can I just use that image, like, on the, like, the little image of me and Thomas sitting at the table, Thomas playing with his fucking...
You see, I wanted you to draw a pic of me, like, in the style that you usually do,
But, like, with that, very, expressive emotion.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you could do it.
I was thinking of something like Fez and me are sitting on the other end of the table, and then we're just staring at Stan with our hands under our heads, just amazed by the stuff he's saying.
Yeah, just like remove the background and just have me.
Just,
we're
scrolling
going-
image of you.
We're going
Yeah.
off topic again.
3D!
Yeah, we are. All right.
Meat
back
Puppets
to
2.
Meat Puppets.
The only way I can describe this album is the rednecks went into their backyard forest and discovered some cool mushrooms that they ate in their stew, and this is the result of it.
Wait, Meat Puppets 2?
Meat Puppets 1.
Are we 1 or 2? 1?
1.
Okay, because I heard 2 and I was like, this is the wrong album.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
2 as well.
It's-
Like, you
Yeah.
sent me Puppets 2 by mistake a couple of times as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
However, out of the 4 albums, minus mine, right? Out of the 4 albums that I've listened to, if I'm being honest, Meat Puppets was the least interesting and the album that I didn't really think I would come back to all that much. Don't get me wrong. I think there's like around 3 to 4 songs that had me very interested and like it. But mainly the vocals were they were something.
I couldn't really
over it.
call them vocals. It was just...
They were terrible. Like, their vocals are always terrible, but this is even more terrible.
If you take Cocteau Twins and put them over rock instrumentation, they would sound worse. It would sound worse.
Put them over Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Put them over Winger.
Oh my gosh! But it's an alright album. It's an alright album. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
I personally
I-
love the first Meat Puppets.
I just really like this album because it's 20 minutes long. It's weird as fuck. You can clearly tell they were all mushrooms making this music. You can't understand a word they're saying. They have
Makes a lot of
this.
sense.
They have this cover of what's it called? the Tumbleweed song, Tumbling Tumbleweeds,
I didn't even
which
know that was
also
a cover.
which also was in the Big
imagine-
Lebowski.
Imagine like doing drugs and then
Whoa.
making an album, and
Yeah.
then when you're finally sobered up, you're gonna perform it live, only for
Yeah.
you to not remember how to do the vocals.
So you just go like, I like a caveman just screaming.
People in the audience are gonna be like, "What? This isn't what we asked for, dummy."
Yeah, you're gonna
This is
start
not
to
the
sound like
Alibaba
old dirty
dude.
bastard if he was a punk singer.
I mean, that's just the birthday party again.
No, the
Oh
fuck.
my! Rest in peace, ODB.
Rest in peace, ODB.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
no father to his style.
OBTC, Biku. I would like the Tumbling Tumbleweeds cover that just completely rape the song and just do their weird stuff. Also, on like the bonus, on the deluxe version, there's also a cover of, what's it called? Everybody's Talking by Harry Nilsson, and that's also like stupid shit. I just really like, I'm a big up on the sun guy, because I grew up with an album. But this album is just fucking weird. I love it.
Is.
It's a very misleading
It
start.
really is.
This is their more
It's- it's
punk
so-
side.
I keep on saying it's. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess the lack of variety to be that type of dude is no experimentation whatsoever. But it's like, I feel like the lack of variety was like the main reason why my attention wasn't really caught on. Well, that and the vocals for sure. But I wish there were definitely a lot more stuff going on, in my personal opinion. I just didn't really seem to like it all that much. And the thing is that I am interested in punk. I've listened to like some other punk from before. It was like the
Blink
punk-
182.
Or no, don't ever say that. I swear. But it's like, it's. I see what they're doing, but that doesn't mean I like it. You know, I don't know. That's all I gotta say.
I also like, I mean, especially Meat Puppets 2 has like more variety with like Aurora Borealis at
Meat
this
Puppets
place
2
at
also
this time
was
of
just,
year.
had that little thing called musical talent.
Yeah, that showed their talents. Yeah,
It's such a good album.
Yeah. No, sorry. Continue. I keep doing that.
and
Oh, sorry.
Aurora Borealis is like, I think it's one of their best songs
Aurora Borealis.
at this time of year. At this time of day,
localized
in this part-
entirely within your
it is.
Yes.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
No.
Seymour, the house is on fire. Seymour, the house is on fire. No, mother, it's just the Northern Lights.
You steamed a good ham. Help! Oh my gosh.
In my opinion, though, like Meat Puppets 1, that's a close favorite. I love Meat Puppets 1. It is so batshit fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's just for like I would say it
Retarded.
it pioneered thrashcore.
What?
Like I would maybe not thrashcore, but like it definitely like pioneered like that sort of like uber fast side of punk, because it got fucking fast. Like it was.
That is true.
It was
They were fast.
bonkers. I really also like the fact that they alongside their hilariously fast, crazy tracks with vocals of guys gargling water and spitting it into a sink while brushing their teeth. You know, like I liked the few tracks that were like a few minutes longer than everything else combined, and it was very slow, and you could tell it was where they would start to where they were gonna. That's the direction they would have gone in with Meat Puppets 2, which is one of the best albums like
Ever.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. But like Meat Puppets 1 is such a it's 20 minutes long, and even though like some people it's not for some people, it's still like I'd call it a must listen because of how like
It's just like the Guided by Voices album. If you don't like one song, it's gonna be over in like 30 seconds. So don't bitch and whine about it.
yeah, and like if you like punk, then you might adore this album just as much as you adored Meat Puppets too. I still think
Not
In a Car
me, though.
though is a lot better than self-titled. Which
And
is
if I'm being honest, the punk, I feel like I was mainly kind of focusing on like post punk, like what was the name of the album? Television Marquee Moon, as an example. That's like, I know it's a wild difference compared to like Meat Puppets, but that Talking Heads.
Let me just say one thing. It's not Holy Guacamole by Jose Susadio. So
holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. I just got hit by a car.
But yeah, yeah. I guess punk is cool though. Punk is cool.
You gotta dig deep for that good stuff. And by dig deep, I mean go to SST's early records and like the mid '80s Discord stuff.
Yeah, I need to like take some notes and like I need to listen to Minutemen. I still haven't listened to Minutemen.
What the fuck, dude?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What did you do?
I'm sorry. I need to listen to Minutemen. Black. I keep on repeating myself. Black Flag, etc., etc. I don't need to say it.
You
don't.
Fuck.
Why? Why did you say it, bro?
I'll censor it. It's all good.
Jamie cut it out.
Shout out my LGBTQ plus audience. I'm not gay.
I am.
Just to clarify.
Yes, you are.
Fez is
yes.
gay. You see that rabbit on his profile pic?
That's fucking
that
gay,
rabbit's
dude.
gay.
I'm also gay, dude. I like men.
Damn.
Yeah, we're dating.
And we're gonna.
Y'all a bunch of. Nah, I'm not.
Well, we're a bunch of what? We're a bunch of.
We're a bunch of.
Y'all are a bunch. Y'all are a bunch of. And I'm glad that we're talking about music together.
Yay!
It's gonna get censored, and oh dear.
Stop. But yeah.
Okay, let's move to the next album, which
wait. Wait.
Before we get into the number one spot, let's go over some honorable mentions.
Okay, so I know that you said around 3 to 4 albums for honorable mentions, which I am gonna say, don't get me wrong, technically. But being as indecisive as I am, I might send some more and it'll just be on screen. But I didn't think
just
about
talk
this.
about them if you want, so just go
Say it. Say that one more time.
You can just talk about anything you want, we don't care.
I'm gonna extend this to 30 minutes.
If Joe Rogan can do 5-hour episodes, we can do it too.
Alright. So DJ Roswell, None of This Is Real. It's a experimental hip-hop, instrumental hip-hop album that has a weird concept. It's like a novelty like concept, a gimmick, but it works, right? I don't want to say it because when y'all listen to it, y'all gonna get it and be like, what the hell, right? There's 2 versions of this album. There is the one on streaming and the one on Bandcamp. As someone who, again, doesn't like listening to long records, despite another album I will say, I've listened to the Spotify version, which is around an hour and 14. Well, the Bandcamp version adds a lot more tracks. Not just that, every track on the album is untitled or just says None of This Is Real, right? But not just that, but there's also expansion packs to the album. I'm not gonna get into that, but you'll get it. Fez also likes this one. I'm not sure about Tomas, but
I don't know it.
Yaya Yee's self-titled and 999%.
God, those are so good.
Yeah, so self-titled starts off with 4 long tracks, being glitch hop, while the other tracks are more chopped and screwed, but the difference being they're not akin to DJ Screw, but more akin. Actually, they're not akin to anything, right? It's its own thing. It's more screwed than it is chopped because there's not that much like chopped hip hop samples, but it's still like great and worth checking out for sure. 999%. The thing is that with that album, it's technically a compilation because 333% is a single that came out years ago, like around 2011, right? As for 666%, that's an album in and of itself that went by an even longer name. Laser Shark T, please do me a favor and show the longer name with the square brackets, etc., etc.
Yeah,
y'all are gonna laugh
fuck.
when you see it. y'all are gonna laugh when you see it, but
Yeah, you pig fuck me.
it's glitch. That's also glitch up. No well, there is like 1-2 samples in it, but for the most part, it's not like self-titled, right? Cities of Eve, who I've mentioned earlier, experimental hip hop artist. People thought he's vaporwave. He himself did not. He doesn't even. I don't even think he likes vaporwave, but he doesn't consider himself vaporwave. He actually puts a lyric. That's beside the point. Gum, out of all albums, Gum or the Triad, which is like 3 projects around the time Gum was released, is definitely more trippy than it is with other records like Come to Life or Mind Plays the Horn. Gum is much more slower. His delivery is also a lot more slower, where he is more akin to spoken word. Not actually spoken word, I guess, but you'll get it when you listen to it, I guess. And the last one, since we were talking about jazz, a classic being Bitches Brew by Miles Davis.
Classic album.
Yes, it's long. I think it's the longest here. Well, aside from the Bandcamp version, none of this is real. 1 hour and 40 something minutes, if I remember correctly.
That's not bad. That's not that bad.
That's better. I think
this is coming from someone. This is coming from someone who said that albums are over an hour is needless.
Yeah. I still go by that opinion.
Yeah. But either way, Bitches Brew. The other albums I'm thinking of but aren't listing here because it'll be long. Show them on screen right now. 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Yeah. Add your own opinion, Laser Shark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for like the editing we're giving you, but besides that, all records are great. The ones on screen are great, and that's all I gotta say. Last album that we're talking about.
I also want to do an honorable mention.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh hell
her.
yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
I'll just go over them really
myself out.
quickly. The first one is The Pot by Ween, which is just like get like a good album and dump it in the mud and take it out after 3 days, and that's basically The Pot by Ween. This is an album Fezzicus turned me on to, and that was Killing Time by Massacre. I don't know what the fuck is going on that album most of the time. Weasels Rip My Flesh by the Mothers of Invention. I don't like the record, but it's fucking trippy. It's one of the weird. Weasels Ripped My Flesh by.
I didn't like that album either. I liked the My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama, but like
that's
a
good
all
song.
I remember.
It's my least favorite Mothers of Invention record. So and they only have good records except this one. White Light, White Heat by the Velvet Underground. That's the album before, what's his name? John Cale left, and then the Velvet Underground turned to shit.
Oh my gosh, I need to listen to more Velvet Underground. I've only listened to Velvet Underground and Nico, so.
That's just a weird. White Light, White Heat is their best album in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. Like,
and
Nico is okay, but White Light is so much better.
Yeah, and also like John Cale's solo stuff is pretty cool too.
Hell yeah.
Disco last one, Disco Volante by Mr. Bungle. It's not trippy, but it's like borderline trippy in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because I saw you listening to it. Actually, you are listening to it right now. It's like,
just in the background. Mamiska Maumusquos. That's a good song. I listened to that song. I listened to this album with my mom a while ago while cleaning my room because it was one big mess, and she even liked it a little bit. So
wish I had parents like yours. If my dad caught me listening to fucking Mr. Bungle or like Faith No More, I would get a firm talking to.
And also, like, my mom has seen Mr. Bungle and Faith No More. My dad has seen Faith No More. I mean Mr. Bungle too. So, and my dad and me are gonna see them again in June. So that's cool.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
Go.
Oh.
No, that's all.
For me, my honorable mentions were Pop Tatari by Boredoms. A lot like Butthole Surfers, but maybe a little bit less comprehensive.
I was kind of expecting.
Oh, fuck! I got jump scared by the Disco Volantes by Mishka Moskus. Fuck.
Anyway, I was expecting Vision Creation Nuisance. That's the only Boredoms I've listened to, but I was expecting that.
I think Pop Tatari is their best record.
That makes sense.
Another honorable mention, an album Generic Flipper by Flipper. Not because it's really trippy, like hallucinogenic, more like they were all drunk as fucking high out of their goddamn minds on this album. They could barely play in time.
That's hilarious.
Same with Soul Crusher by White Zombie. This is before they got into groove metal and were doing really weird noise rock garage punk stuff. This album is, for one, underrated as hell. A 2.8 on Rate Your Music is criminal. This album is so fucking good. But that, and also, like, the same thing as Flipper, but maybe with a little bit more color than the dirt stained fucking blunt on fucking album Generic Flipper, but Soul Crusher's fucking crazy as well. Confusion is Sex by Sonic Youth. I wouldn't really. There was like this might be trippy. It was there was still no wave at this point, and it was just kind of terrifying. It's like a bad acid trip, but like it was a very low dosage of acid, I guess you could say. I don't do acid, so that might have been the worst analogy ever. And then another Ween album, God Ween Satan, The Oneness.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
The Oneness.
I love it.
It is Oneness.
Yeah, this album is fucking bonkers. And last minute honorable mention, the two demo tapes by Ween, The Crucial Squeegee Lip and Ween 2 Acts as Bold as Boogness. Real gangsta shit if you know what they about.
They're horrible in a good way.
Yeah, they're so fucking bad. That was
a bad impression.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's get into the next. Let's get into the next album, and it's like the first official vaporwave record, Eccojams.
Yeah.
By Chuck Person, aka Daniel Lupin or something. I forgot.
Lopatin or Lopatin, depending on.
You might know. You might know him from the Eccojams soundtrack, which is an amazing soundtrack, by the way.
Yeah.
I love the movie too. So.
This album has my voice cracked. If y'all heard that, I'm so sorry. I'm 18. I'm an adult. I swear. Right. It's weird saying that, but besides that, Chuck Person's Eccojams Volume 1 is the only volume. First off, second, it's what people say the first ever vaporwave album is. People were saying, oh, what about Devon Hendrix Dreamcast Summer Songs? If y'all don't know, that's JPEG Mafia. I disagree, not for two reasons. Why say why? One, the album does not sound vaporwave. I thought that too. It doesn't sound like vaporwave at all anymore, to me at least. One, right? Two, Chuck Person's Eccojams Volume 1 was being recorded around 2004 to 2008, and then released around 2009. Yes.
I didn't know that.
And you know why this album was being created? No, it was, first off, if I remember correctly, it was Joe. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Second, DJ Screw. DJ Screw, dog.
Legendary
DJ
guy.
Screw's the real god of vaporwave. The real vaporwave maker, dog.
Brother, breathe.
Anyway, besides that, one of the albums we were talking about, 666 by Aphrodite's Child. Yeah, that I forgot which song. And all songs are. Yeah, no, yeah, that song. But I'm talking about like off Chuck Person's Eccojams. I forgot which.
It was at like the tail end of side A.
Oh yeah.
I think I have it open. It's the seventh track. It could have been the sixth track if he was smart, but he wasn't.
Yeah, but the album conveys so much emotions, and you could have already heard the influence of like
Nobody.
that would put in like different vaporwave subgenres. Again, slushwave, classic VHS pop, which apparently is one, late night lo-fi, which is also one, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of subgenres. I'm not going into it once again, but it samples stuff from, like, again, Aphrodite's Child, Tupac. It samples. Oh, I forgot. It's been. I hate myself.
I have the whole list. Do you want me to read the whole list?
Not the whole list, but name some like stuff you like. I guess some of the stuff.
Toto.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot. Damn it.
You have Michael Jackson on there. You have John Martin. And Don't Give Up by Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush, which are also two really, really good artists.
Give up now. We're proud.
I'm a big fan of both of them. So
yeah.
And you have the Electric Light Orchestra on there, and Womack and Womack. And that's like a fun fact. I think my mom met those guys once.
Hell yeah, dude. Also, Mosoft is another subgenre. I'm gonna get a lot on my chest. That's it. Yeah. But it conveys so much emotions. It influenced so much albums, even outside of Vaporwave, from what I remember too as well. Yeah. Also Vapor Trap, but I don't really hear them. Again, I'm sorry. I love Vaporwave. If you couldn't tell already, again, 5, maybe 10-page paragraphs. Like, don't get me started. Anyway, again, besides that, it's disappointing to see that there isn't another album, a volume 2. But at the same time, it's also kind of good to see that it's only one Chuck Person's Eccojams volume. So,
yeah.
But Daniel, One Tricks Point Never, he would have made the joke saying, "Oh, it's in this like cryo chamber that doesn't melt until far from now, like 2073 or some shit like that." He's always playing jokes on it, and I love him for that. He did do a Ask Me Anything back in 2023, if I remember correctly, and people were obviously asking him about Vaporwave and Chuck Person's Eccojams. But that's enough from me. I don't want to give like more stuff because this is probably already as long as it is. Fez, Thomas, you take it.
I want to talk about this because I listened to the first half, I think like a few years ago when I tried to get into Vaporwave, and I liked it, but it didn't click with me. But I listened to it again a few days ago, and Jesus Christ, the whole vibe, the whole soundscape, it's beautiful. And again, it's
my bad. I'm so sorry.
It's no problem, man. It's how do you say it? It gave me a new vision on sampling that I first had when I was listening to hip hop for the first time. I just really you can take all these samples and turn it into a completely new song, a completely different song, and that's what I really like about the whole Vaporwave, especially the Eccojams things, is that you can take a song and just turn it into your own song, and I really like that idea.
It's it's sad to see that, because sampling is by far one of the greatest things when it comes to music, right? And it's sad that people are restricted when it comes to sampling. Hell, there was so of course there would be people who would clear samples, but one of the scummiest like things I've heard, Lou Reed from the Velvet Underground had cleared a sample for a Tribe Called Quest, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that he took 100% of the profit that they made off that song.
And that's why Lou Reed is an asshole, and I don't like him. No,
But,
I fucking hate Lou Reed. The whole Velvet Underground just became Lou Reed and Lou Reed and some guys he hired after John Cale left. So.
That's why I
And Lou
pirate the
Reed
Velvet
loves
Underground
hip-hop.
albums.
Just
Yeah,
pirate
yeah.
all the live bootlegs from that time. You
Yeah,
have a fun
and-
night.
And the thing is that he loved hip hop. He had a show with Run DMC. People did not like it, and he did a speech. I learned about this not too long ago. It sucks, right? But
Yeah.
it's another reason why a lot of sample heavy stuff would always go to Bandcamp or SoundCloud. And I get why, especially more modern times, right? When it comes to sampling, people are not putting enough effort to make it their own thing. Once again, Cedars Aviv, he has like sampled so much stuff, and he would make them their own thing, unique, beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But a subgenre of vaporwave, barber beats. Barber beats is
Can you please give me a guide on Vaporwave, like, soon?
hopefully. I hope. I gotta listen to more for sure.
Yeah,
But
make like
when
one
it
of
comes
those
to
like,
barber-
road maps for Vaporwave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
what they call flowcharts.
Hell yeah. But when it comes to barber beats, it's a very interesting genre because there would be people who would put little to no effort in making the sample their own thing, and that's why it's controversial. This is ironic because vaporwave was literally that. It was controversial from beforehand, and how samples they weren't putting enough effort into change. But the thing is that they were. Barber beats, on the other hand, completely different story. And it's sad how at this point in time, it's one of the more popular genres because of YouTube. We would have Haircuts for Men, Macro Blank, Monodrone, ROM Breaker, Darkness, just a lot, right?
Yeah.
Gore. I've only listened to one Barber Beats album, and I liked it, to be honest. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, I guess I heard some like sample manipulations. Right?
Can I also say a few things?
Yeah.
It's about sampling. It's maybe a little basic answer, but also Kanye on those first few records, he just got those old gospel and soul samples. It just made them his own, and it just sounds like his own album. I know it's a basic answer, but I really like that stuff.
That's actually sick.
And I want to get into one more thing about Chuck Person in general, and that's Sunset Corp, because there are some tracks on that's like his channel from from around that time, and there is one song on there that I really love that didn't make the album, and that's Time Stands Still. Maybe it's because I'm a huge Rush fan, and that's why I like it.
There's a visual album that called Memory Vague, and that's like around the same time where Chuck Person's Eccojams one was.
And I think I just think the Time Stands Still video is like really spiritual, and it just makes me feel something I haven't before, and I just love that song. And please go listen to it. Please go check out the channel. Please go check out all the stuff we've been talking about. And he uploaded. Did you see that he uploaded like a video 5 months ago after 30 years?
Yeah, it was for his latest album. Again, it was called. But the song was Memory of Mars or something like that. I don't remember.
I don't know, but this video was called Mom YouTube Audio 1.
Yeah, but
and it was like the brother from I forgot his name from Better Call Saul, like the brother falling on the table.
Yeah. I'm sure, but back to what you said, I'm sure Kanye is doing good now, right?
No.
All right. But besides, we're not on that, right? Besides that, even like
Kanye, please come on the podcast.
Yeah, we want to hear what you think of.
Yeah,
I'm a sensitive man.
But like mainstream music would also like interpolate a lot of older songs. Y'all already know this at this point, and it's just like people are really not being creative. the vaporwave scene is being more creative than mainstream radio, which isn't that much of a surprise. There, Vectroid, if y'all don't know, she made Floral Shop by Macintosh Plus. That's her. She made a collection of albums called Crash. I did not listen to any of them yet. I really want to though. Right? It's if you know about the concept of Williams Mix by John Cage, that's basically it. It's music concrete, but vaporwave. It's weird. She used AI visuals for some of the promotion. It's cool. That's all I'm gonna say. Back to y'all.
Fezzicus, do you have anything to say about it?
It blew me away. Chuck Person's Eccojams, Volume 1. My name is Anthony Fantano, and
Good evening, guys. Internet's business music nerd.
no, I'm not gonna do that any further. I thought the album was fucking like it blew me away.
By the way,
it was for one
yeah.
being when you said that it was recorded like 2004, 2008. How the holy shit, that's ahead of its time.
Yeah, it really is, dog.
Like, it not only shaped an entire genre, but it shaped an entire subculture.
Yeah, there's a bootleg called Collected Echoes, where it has like some of the stuff that didn't make the cut, or were like other side stuff that were similar to Eccojams. It has a lot of material that I'm sure I myself haven't heard yet.
I'll have to get that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. But like the album, just holy shit! It was an experience. It felt like the first time I ever listened to like one of those like rate your music #1 albums when I was just getting into music, like fucking soundtracks and Flood. You know, because I was a little piss baby and thought, well, Flood's such a beautiful album, which it is. It's a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
I overhyped it though.
Yeah.
But like, who the fuck is messaging me on Steam?
We were doing so well.
The fuck up, Joe. All right. But like this, it just the vibe it gave off. You know, sitting in science class listening to it. The use of sampling was just incredible. Like, it was so unique. This might be the most fuck ass comparison you've ever heard me say, but it was a lot. It reminded me a lot of like how Death Grips use sampling in ex-military.
Well, this is where we end the show. And the whole show in general.
No. Alright, but I was gonna say that joke video you did, where it's like you like doing a music nerd impression. It's like, hey guys, so this right Death Grips. You gotta like make more of those, but with different genres.
One of a good friend of mine who really likes Death Grips, who probably wants to fuck MC Ride because they're crazy as shit. They were.
It's Ride, no MC.
They were getting a little bit angry in my DMs because I
oh no,
because the video.
He was being what? Oh no!
Like I know they're joking too, because like they know I like them. They got me into them.
That's wow. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I expected more hate comments though, because I would have. You know, I thought like some people didn't see the giant tone indicator, because
if people did send hate comments, that would have been even funnier, Doug.
I think I got a comment that I technically counts as a hate comment, which is one of the funniest things I've ever read. Which was watching Fezzicus is like getting curb stomped onto sandpaper. That is like the most creative fucking like I think it's supposed to be an insult.
What?
But like it is so like that shit's
I think we should
yeah.
the show has been going on for almost 1 hour and 40 minutes, so let's just. I like this album a lot. I think Sam likes this album a lot. I think Fezzicus likes this album a lot. Is there anything you want? Is there anything you want to plug? So.
All right, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you so much for having me here, and I hope in the future, I could like come back on this podcast and like do more themes, etc., etc. I will recommend y'all some stuff y'all could do at some point, but besides that,
I think I'd love to have you on again because you're awesome to talk to.
oh,
I
hell
just
yeah.
I only know you from like the Fezzicus server. You were the only one that wasn't a racist
Yeah,
Nazi. So
Yeah, I'm sure the Fezzicus server was a great time being there.
It was so
I
bad.
had a screenshot of someone saying the
And
N word.
saying
Like,
the
it
N-word
was
even
like-
though he's like a suburban white boy in a gated community.
Hey, yo,
fuck you,
hey,
you're gay as little.
shout out my boy, dog. Shout out my boy.
Oh, fuck
It's
him.
like people saying this, that. It's like why? Like they weren't even saying. They were saying censor that, of course. But
Yeah, it
Uh,
was a terrible
besi-
place.
yeah, I'm getting off topic one more time. I have a YouTube channel. There's like only one video worth watching, and that's my vinyl collection. There's a reason why for that, but besides that, there's my YouTube, there's my Instagram, my Twitter. I have a whole link tree, so I'll just send it to y'all, and you could add it on
Awesome.
screen.
Yeah,
all that.
we
Awesome.
can put it on, like, just have it flying around and on screen.
Spin
Uh,
it, reverse it.
This was
have one button.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, But besides that, yeah, I hope soon. I'm not expecting myself to be on like the 4th episode or anything like that, but I do plan on getting myself like doing a podcast of my own, and I feel like this is a great stepping point in the right direction for sure. So
Sammy boy experience.
I would do not.
Wow.
But besides that, yeah, I just hope whoever's watching this video, I hope you're doing well. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't be
Don't
like
do
us.
Don't be like us. We
Yeah, don't be like them.
Fezzicus is convinced he saw an
filthy-
alien.
Filthy. What y'all do? Crack?
Nah, I do melatonin and vitamin B gummies.
Not melatonin. But yeah, once again, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
I want to thank you for being
Yeah,
on here
I
because you're
want
awesome.
to thank you for everything.
Yeah.
I want
I
to
love
thank
you.
you, the listener, for being such an awesome
love you
listener.
I think it when I want to be on a I'm mainly gonna excel as opposed to the opposite, but who knows? But yeah, thank you again. I hope y'all
been a pleasure.
have a good day.
Well, this was the what's this called again?
The
The album exchange podcast with
themes,
Album
Colin,
exchange,
Thomas,
sorry,
Fez,
Mark.
featuring Sammy Boy,
Sorry.
Colin podcast for listening
Yeah.
through earbuds in parentheses, trademark, patent
so-
pending, copyright.
Laser Shark.
Episode 3, edited by Laser Shark T, and we see you next time.
See
That
y'all.
wasn't funny,
Love y'all.
but just let.
Okay, give a kiss in the mic.
Bye.